There's something specific about India's Republic Day, and this happens every year. A barrage of news articles, stories, columns on the Indian Constitution get published. All trying to tell you interesting facts about our Constitution. Interesting facts that you didn't know before. Interesting this, interesting that. Interestingly, I did read up about the Indian Constitution online. Egyptian mummies and our Constitution have a connection. Wait, what? Buckle up everyone, because I just learned something new and now you all need to know it too. The day of 24 January 1915, Delhi was a bit wet. Light showers of rain had mixed a little too much cold in the air. But the day was important for a different reason. The members of the Constituent Assembly were waiting for something special. They were all set to sign the document which would guide the future of independent India, the Constitution of India. There wasn't one but 3 copies of the Constitution, 1 printed and 2 handwritten, in Hindi and in English. Now this meant both of these handwritten copies had to be preserved somewhere, they had to be kept. I read up on how these handwritten copies had to be preserved. Now amid all the hullabaloo over the Constitution, on the Constitution this, Constitution that, did you ever wonder where the real Constitution copies were kept? These cases. But there's something that makes this case, the regular kind, very different. This case was actually built for Egyptian mummies. What? No kidding here. But what's the connection? 2 parties, the Indian Parliament and the Egyptian government, they wanted to look for conservation methods. The Parliament wanted to preserve the Constitution and the Egyptian government wanted to preserve the 27 mummies of the ancient dynasty. 2 different institutions, 2 different places, 2 different people. There was something peculiar about this man, Dr. Maekawa. He's the man behind the design for oxygen-free cases for the royal mummies. This man, on the other hand, Dr. Kishan, worked extensively to make a glass case with some success. The only thing missing though, his case wasn't oxygen-free. That's when both these people, both these institutes and both these destinations decided to collaboratively design, install and test the case made by Dr. Maekawa. The same case where India's original handwritten constitution is presently kept. The Indian Constitution was signed 74 years ago. These 2 men and 2 cases ensured that these papers stayed on for all the future generations to come. And while these cases protected the Indian Constitution physically, on this Republic Day, let's ensure that we protect the Constitution, the letter and the spirit, in paper and in practice.